Welcome back to K-pop and Juice, your go-to spot where we spill the gist fresh, hot, juicy, and completely unfiltered. If you love K-drama chemistry that feels a little too real, celebrity moments that get fans talking non-stop, and behind-the-scenes stories that make you question everything you thought you knew, then you're exactly where you need to be. Today's story? Oh, it's one of those ones that will have you leaning forward, replaying scenes in your head, and asking yourself, wait, what's really going on here? Because according to a circulating insider account, a staff member has allegedly revealed a private interaction between Junho and Yoona at a hospital in Seoul, and let's just say, fans are not staying calm. Now, before we dive deep, let's be clear. This is based on reports and online discussions, not officially confirmed statements. But you already know how K-pop and K-drama fans operate. When even a hint of something surfaces, the internet turns into a full investigation unit overnight. So here's what's been going around. According to the alleged staff member, Junho and Yoona were seen at a private hospital setting, not in a public, fan-accessible area, but somewhere more controlled and discreet. The environment itself already raised eyebrows. This wasn't a casual coffee shop run-in or a drama set. This was a place where celebrities usually go when they want privacy, away from cameras and noise. The staff member claimed that the two arrived separately, but within a close time frame. That detail alone sparked curiosity. Fans immediately started asking, coincidence? Planned? Or something in between? But what really set the internet on fire wasn't just their presence, it was their interaction. According to the account, when they eventually met inside, their behavior didn't feel like distant colleagues or casual acquaintances. Instead, it reportedly carried a level of familiarity that made observers pause. Not loud, not overly affectionate, but comfortable. The kind of comfort that doesn't need to be explained. They were said to have spoken quietly, with Junho leaning slightly closer at times, something fans quickly picked apart when the story hit online spaces. Yoona, on the other hand, was described as relaxed, attentive, and fully engaged in the conversation. No dramatic gestures, no headline-grabbing moment, just subtle energy. And if you know anything about fans of King the Land, you already understand why that matters. Because ever since their explosive on-screen chemistry in King the Land, people have been watching these two very closely. What started as admiration for their acting quickly turned into something bigger, a curiosity about whether that connection could exist beyond scripted scenes. During promotions for the drama, both Junho and Yoona displayed undeniable chemistry. Their interviews were playful, their eye contact felt natural, and their behind-the-scenes clips had fans replaying moments frame by frame. At the time, both maintained professionalism. They spoke highly of each other, and Glenn May praised each other's work ethic and kept everything within the boundaries of co-stars. But fans saw more. And now, this hospital interaction story is pouring fuel on a fire that never really went out. Back to the alleged staff account. The staff member noted that their interaction wasn't rushed. They didn't just exchange greetings and leave. There was time spent, enough to suggest intention, enough to suggest that this wasn't just a random overlap in schedules. At one point, Junho was reportedly seen checking something on his phone and showing it to Yoona. She reacted with a soft smile. Again, nothing dramatic, but enough to make observers feel like they were witnessing a private moment. Another detail that caught attention? Their body language. Fans who analyzed the story highlighted how proximity and posture often reveal more than words. According to the description, there was no awkward distance, no overly formal stance. Instead, they stood in a way that suggested ease, like two people who have spent enough time together to drop the need for careful presentation. Now, here's where things get interesting. The hospital setting led to speculation about why they were there in the first place. Some fans suggested it could be a routine health check. Others wondered if one of them was visiting someone. A few even speculated that it could be related to work, though that seems less likely given the nature of the location. But again, nothing confirmed. And that's important, because while the story is intriguing, it's also built on an anonymous account. In the world of celebrity news, especially in K-pop and K-drama spaces, stories like this spread fast, but not all of them hold up under scrutiny. Still, let's talk about why this particular story has such strong staying power. It's not just about seeing two celebrities in the same place. It's about these two celebrities. Lee Junho has built a reputation not just as an idol, but as a serious actor who carefully manages his public image. He's known for being disciplined, private, and focused. When he appears somewhere, it usually has a clear purpose. Yoona, on the other hand, has long been one of the most respected and admired figures in the industry. Her image is polished, her behavior consistently professional, and her ability to maintain boundaries in a highly invasive industry is something many admire. So when two people like that are linked, even subtly, it naturally creates a ripple effect. Fans begin connecting dots, old interviews resurface, clips get reanalyzed, moments that once seemed ordinary suddenly feel loaded with meaning. Remember those behind-the-scenes videos from King the Land? The laughter, the teasing, the small gestures. At the time, they were seen as charming. Now, they're being re-examined under a completely different lens. And this hospital story has amplified that effect. Social media platforms, especially fan communities, have been buzzing. Some fans are excited, almost hopeful. They talk about how natural Junho and Yoona feel together, how their energies match, how their personalities seem to align. Others are more cautious. They point out the lack of concrete evidence and remind everyone that celebrities deserve privacy. Then there's the third group, the skeptics. They question the credibility of the staff account entirely, suggesting it could be exaggerated or even fabricated. And honestly, all three perspectives have a point. Because this is the reality of modern fandom culture. Information spreads instantly, interpretation varies wildly, and the line between observation and assumption can get blurry very quickly. But let's entertain the emotional side for a moment. What if, just what if, there is something more here? Not necessarily a full-blown secret relationship, but something deeper than just co-stars who moved on after a project. Because the truth is, intense filming experiences like King the Land can create strong bonds. Spending long hours together, building emotional scenes, sharing creative energy. It can bring people closer in ways that aren't always visible to the public. And sometimes those connections don't just disappear when filming ends. They evolve. They linger. They quietly continue in the background. Could that be what we're seeing here? Maybe. Or maybe it really is just a coincidence. Two professionals crossing paths in a private setting, having a normal conversation that just happened to be observed and later shared. The problem is, in the world of celebrities, normal interactions rarely stay normal once they become public. Everything becomes a story, every detail becomes a clue, and every moment becomes something bigger than it actually is. But regardless of what's true or not, one thing is undeniable. People are invested. Because at the heart of all this speculation is something simple. People love seeing connections that feel real. And Junho and Yoona? They've already proven they can create that feeling, on screen and possibly beyond. As of now, neither Lee Junho nor Yoona has addressed these rumors. No statements, no clarifications, no denials. Just silence. And sometimes silence speaks louder than anything else. Or maybe it doesn't. Maybe it's just silence. That's the tricky part. So where does that leave us? Somewhere between curiosity and caution, between excitement and skepticism, between wanting to believe and knowing we don't have all the facts. But hey, that's exactly why you're here at K-pop&juice. We bring you the stories, the whispers, the moments that get people talking, and we let you decide what to believe. So now I'm